Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Now, some of you may have noticed that my last run wasn't actually a mage. It was just like fine detail that wasn't getting through. I've been losing a lot lately, but now I got not a mage. In fact, I've played both of these two recently. I think Priest is the least recent one. Okay, Priest deck starting out with an epic. Let's take Millhouse Maelstrom and then... Wait. No. So, these are both dragons. They both trigger off dragon stuff. This requires an additional dragon. But as a priest, there's a lot of things that do that. I think I've got to take Malygos, though. Malygos is more likely to randomly just win me the game if I get some spell damage stuff. Although, I don't have much control over it. Brewmaster, Shrinkmeister. Brewmaster, Shrinkmeister. Shrinkmeister is pretty good. I find often it ends up not being important, but when it is, it can make a big difference, so... Brewmaster does a lot of good stuff, too, though. I'm going to take the Brewmaster. Probably dumb, because usually the class card's going to be better. They're similar quality, but I don't know. I'm going to take Fairy Dragon, because now I have 2 dragons out of 3 cards. My deck's like all dragons, almost. Boulder Fist is good at smashing and winning. Big Time Racketeer or Temple Enforcer. This gives you slight... Oh, this actually gives you technically more stats. You have to have a guy out to get the benefit from this, but you're not losing much. I think I should probably take the Temple Enforcer. I think that's one case where being class-based, the more points it's got actually do work out. Cold Master can be awesome, but I think I'm going to go with the Rocketeer, have a way to finish people. Evil Heckler is very good, and my deck is all like 6s and 2s so far, so I really want that, but I gotta take Shadow of Death, because don't get that often enough in the arena. I've got a couple dragons. Let's take the Magician, since these cards are both crap anyway, and then we'll see if we can get a beast or 2 out there so we can have a better chance of that happening. Northstar Cleric can draw you a lot of cards. Arcano Smith is also a fair amount of stats. They're really... The 0-5 taunt is really kind of crappy. It's just like, this is a 3-2 who has a high chance of surviving until he can go. He'll prevent some damage to you, but he doesn't actually do that much. The Hosen Healer, you know, I have some big minions. He could heal some a bunch, but that's not going to be as cool if I don't have Northstar. Let's take the Northstar try and draw some cards. Maybe not play it first turn, because that often doesn't work out that well. Could take the big Shrink Dink. I don't know if I didn't take the Shrink much. High-Size Potion is not my favorite. If you get a free potion, that's usually not the one I want. If you both have an army, if you both have several minions, this can easily let you wipe them without suffering casualties, or suffering a lot less casualties, but I don't know. This might help me live longer into the... let's take the one that affects combat, even though that's a lot of healing. You are awesome. We're going to take you. I don't need that. This is not my favorite big guy. Let's take Cabal Courier. The card advantage is excellent. Another Shadow Word Death. Sure. You can have too many Shadow Word Deaths, but it's hard. Holy Nova. I pass up some good guys in that row. Cabal Chemist. If I just get a whole bunch of Cabal Chemists, I'll probably win is the arena. Thoughtsteal is more cards. This is another guy. Like, I can't heal him and stuff, but he's still big and tough. Now, let's take the Thoughtsteal. I didn't like those 2 choices. Okay. I mean, usually Shadow Word Death is just awesome, but you can easily have too many of them. You can just run into a circumstance where you're just getting killed by a bunch of stuff that isn't that big. Early in the game, they're not useful for a while, usually. He's trash, though. The Grizzly is not that strong. I'm going to take the Shadow Word Death. If instead of the Grizzly, it was the Tentacle, I might have taken the Tentacle. Okay, I don't like these guys that much either. Entomb is amazing. But I'm going to have too many things that are good at killing things. It's not really that bad. It'd be good to have beasts for the wizard. I mean, the magician. But it's not that... I don't have a lot of 3s, and he can maybe kill something. If a magician is awesome. This is big and awesome. I have some expensive cards. I have a fair amount of fair-sized stuff, but it could be more. It's a tough one. I think I'm going to take him. I'm going to hope I get some other big things, which is kind of silly maybe, but... Wormwood Station, I have a couple dragons, but I actually have not gotten any more since those first 3 cards or so. So he's not going to be good. And he's, of the things that benefit from dragons, he's one of the weaker ones. He's not himself a dragon, and +1 attack, like a 2/4 taunt for 2 is very good, but it really is, how much is going to modify the game? Not that much. Doppelgangster is 6/6 worth of stats, but they're kind of fragile. Since I'm not going to have any way of buffing them in my hand, I'm tempted to actually take the Hog Rider, which is the same cost, is 1/1 less stats, but you can break through taunt, potentially. And even then, 1/5/5 is often, like, okay, it's just circumstantial. Sometimes the 2/2s will survive better, sometimes worse. It's hard to tell. But being a priest, I can heal things that are bigger. I think I'm going to take the Hog Rider over here. Probably not a great choice. Dark Cultist is excellent. Is that what I want? I think so. Most of my 3s are Shadow Word Death. I need more minions that I can cast at some point in the game. Okay. I think you can have too many Entombs and Shadow Word Deaths. I could just get clogged with them. But, it's so powerful. This could come out and kill something as well, which is not to sneeze at. And he's a minion that could actually potentially be out there doing damage. I don't have enough minions in here. I've got a lot of good spells, which don't do damage, by the way, just to not help Malagos. That seems insane to not be taking Entomb, but I can have too many of those things. I do need more big guys, too. What do I need more of? Because all these big guys are awesome if I can survive that long. I've got a lot of Shadow Word Deaths. I've got 1 Holy Nova. So, yeah. I wish this was a like Potion of Madness or whatever. Spider Tank is good. Boulder Fist is. God damn it. Probably gonna be kicking myself if I'm gonna draw too many of these big ones, but yeah, okay. I better take the Spider Tank. Whoa. Okay, Kazakus would be insanely amazing. I already have 3 Shadow Word Deaths. That's the only duplicate in my deck right now, if I just don't take any more duplicate cards. Is like, if I have to have seen 2 Shadow Word Deaths before I can do his thing. His thing is pretty game-winning in the arena. More so than Illidan, even though Illidan costs more. Stalag's not going to work out well. I think I'm going to take Kazakus, even though I'm probably going to get screwed by the Shadow Words all the time. Okay, well, let's take a Gnomish Inventor to try and draw through to the Shadow Words or to Kazakus faster. He's a little bit of a mix. On the expensive side. Anyway. Okay, more Shadow Word Deaths. It's not helping. Song Stealer is fine. Normally I would probably take the second Song Stealer, but I actually don't want to now. Do I take Potion of Madness or the Squirming Tentacle? That is an interesting one. I still need more minions. But Potion of Madness is amazingly good at, like, killing stuff. I think 1 Potion of Madness is pretty good. Oh, now I wish I'd taken the other guy the other time, because I would take him now. But he could screw up. I don't want to mess up with the Kazakus thing, so I'm going to take Mind Vision. Vision Pen Hunter is crap. I don't really have any way to buff this guy, so it's not great. But Cogmaster, I have hardly any mechs. And the Chopper is just a 4/4 for 4. He has no ability. He will never have an ability. His ability is... he comes pre-silenced. He's just a 4/4 for 4. This is a 1/3 for 3, which is actually terrible at fighting. Like, much worse than him, but it draws me more cards. Oh, man. And I have no actual buffs. You know what? Even though this guy's trash, given the row I have here, and the casting cost curves and stuff like that, I think I'm better off taking him. The Acolyte of Pain could draw me more cards, but I'm going to have too many turns when I'm playing things that are not giving me minions and stuff like that. I think I actually need more meat, even though it seems stupid. Like, that's 3... I feel like in this deck, 3 is a lot of mana to pay for not getting stuff. Well, I'm not taking the Pine-sized Potion. He's very big. Let's take the second-rate Bruiser. He can get out there and maybe help me to survive to some of the late-game stuff I have. Wow, this is interesting. This is much more promising than a lot of my decks have been recently. I've got a Holy Nova, so there's at least something in here that can clear an army. I got the Madness Potion, too, so there's that. 3 Shadow Word Deaths is a lot of very good killing. Like, whenever you kill something with Shadow Word Death, it was probably worth it. And it was only 3 mana. And there's an Entomb. Man. I'm gonna get clogged with expensive stuff or Shadow Word Deaths. That's the problem. New problem. I've never had this one before. Do I keep the second-rate Bruiser in my starting hand? He is potentially a 4/5 for 3. So if you look at that as a 3-cost guy, that's pretty awesome. You know what? I don't have the best cheap stuff. I'm going to keep him. Maybe I should just be mulliganing more cards to try and get the Shadow Word Death so that when Kazakus comes around, you can blam! Create giant custom spell of doom. I've got a potion guy too. Definitely the first half of this deck I got very strong stuff. I got 2 legendaries, which is ridiculous. Although, again, Kazakus is one that he's likely to sit in my hand and not get used. Because of reasons. I don't think I want to play the Northshire Cleric on her own. I don't need to. If my opponent plays really tiny minions, I don't want them dying to her necessarily because I got this guy. I'm not even play small minions. If he's playing bigger minions, I might have problems. I've got a lot of stuff to do turn 3 anyway. Put this thing out, which won't immediately kill minions, but I can maybe get him out cheap and then start killing him. Let's pretend I have something that cares how many times I use my hero power during the game. Nope. Frost Giants are cool. Are they the ultimate? But they're cool. Bear. Ooh. Well, let's play this. Don't necessarily want the bear to die yet. Also, this guy's much cooler when he has a stealth buddy who can receive his blessing. One more minion, I get a free coffee. I could pint-sized potion and kill that, but let's just play this guy.
Stand ready.
I'm not going to play her, because I'd rather play her when I can draw a card right away. If my opponent plays one more minion and doesn't trade, then I can get him out for cheap. Oh, you're probably not going to trade with that out. Interesting. Okay. Can't Shadow Word Death anything. That's one of them down, though. So, play this. 4/5 taunt. Then I could Shrinkify and kill that without losing anybody. Then I'll lose this too, whatever. Or no, he'll be there protecting it. Oh man.
I'm not red. My fate is sealed.
Still not going to play the Northshire Cleric. If I'm going to play her, I'm going to play her and have her, like, go off right away. What next? This is going too well. Something's got to go wrong now. Lotus Agents, they can help something go wrong. Yeah. That guy can be Shadow Word Death. Or Entombed, actually. He'd be a good choice to Entomb as well.
I concede.
Or you can just concede. I think I was going to Shadow Word Death him. Save the Entomb just in case. There's something I can't Shadow Word. Kill stuff. Play the Northshire. Heal. Draw cards. I had a crushingly good start there. So, okay. This is clearly one of the best decks I've had in this expansion. But there are a lot that can go wrong when you have some more expensive cards. Again, I don't have that many that are really expensive, like mostly 6, but I have some pretty strong 6s. 5s and stuff. I don't know if I have that powerful late game, but it feels more powerful because if my opponent plays big things, I have ways to eliminate them. So maybe that'll be enough to get me through. I don't know. I've got to get at least 4 goddamn wins to break my terrible, terrible losing streak. So let's see if we can do that. Starting next time.
Please click the legendary like button.
And don't forget to subscribe to Demonet Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.